it was a plan that was supposed to be able to introduce it in the hot rod exposition that we were producing. But some of the principals in the Hollywood Publicity Associates frowned on that. They said because Peterson had done it while he was employed with them, that they owned half of it. Fortunately, it didn't go that way, but what they did was they barred them from having the thing in the show. And so it ended up that Bob and Pete were hawking the magazine on the steps outside the Armory in Los Angeles to introduce Hot Rod Magazine. And so that, to me, was one of the biggest stepping stones to the worldwide popularity that the hot rod sport has enjoyed since then, because hot rod became the voice. It became the communication that went out to the would-be participants in the thing and the industry and the whole works. That was the starting point. So we always have to be grateful that Peterson had the foresight at that young age to recognize the potential that was there, and I'm sure that neither he nor I or anybody else ever visualized where it's come to today.
And how many what does it sell to today? What does it sell today? How many copies?
I haven't kept up with the thing. I know at one point it was 800,000 copies. I don't know where it is today, because in years past, it discontinued its coverage of drag racing and NHRA things for various reasons. But we have to give it credit for being the prime source of communications that not only built its circulation, built the popularity of the drag racing sport, and built an industry, too, that came along with it. Because in those early years, there were a lot of people like Barney DeWaro and Earl Evans and Winfield and Edelbrock and Land and the ones that followed there, who stayed with the speed equipment development business and built their own individual empires, I think, in some cases.
What was the typical content of a hot rod magazine back then? What would it have in it? What information would it give? People, hang on 1 second, because people are coming in and out of the door. Okay.
Is that door shut?
Yeah, it's just shut. So, yeah, what was the typical content? What information?
When Hot Rod Magazine first started out, it was aimed directly at participating hot rodders, and it focused an awful lot on local events, both